Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to talk about the upcoming changes and a quick summary about the ball that we had and some of my thoughts about the state of Black Desert Online. So let's get started. We are getting Savior aka Seraphim, which is going to be the 31st class. It's already in global labs, so feel free to go ahead and test it out, and it's going to release next Thursday with the new patch. It's going to be an Ascension class using a great sword for both stances, and the skills are pretty much reminiscent of Warrior, and it's a DR class, so she has a grab and a block skill as well, and she has two unique gimmicks. One of them is like an unmovable will mechanic that will allow her to dash mid combo and resume it within 5 seconds of recasting, and the second is choosing between a light and dark stance that will activate when using BSR. Light form is faster with smaller AoEs and dark form is slower with bigger AoEs. So let's move on to the PvE changes. Let's talk about the high AP content. Starzend and Sycria Abyssal have been reworked into the top AP zones, so they will both require 395 AP and 460 DP, which is going to be the Zephyros stats, and their mechanics will be reworked, and more zones like that are planned in the future as well. Upper Sycria will be reworked to a 300 AP and 390 DP zone with the boosted ring piece chance. New party zone in Edania for 380 AP and 440 DP, which is going to be 3-man. Gyfin and Miromok Dehkia spots are going to be available for 3 people. It's going to be Miromok 350 AP, 427 DP, and Upper Gyfin 370 AP and 440 DP. Top AP zones will now have a special category with special additional drops, and spots in these categories will move based on what the current top zones are. So the spots will drop Corrupt Oil of Immortality directly, and these new dies pretty much, and these dies can drop either fully or pieces of it, and from what I heard, they will also be sellable on the central market. And currently there is only a red die for weapons and a purple for weapons and armors as well. Let's talk about the mid-player support. So there's going to be a new milestone achievement for obtaining AP between 340 and 385, and there will be a total of 20 advancements, and that's going to be like between 2 and 3 AP each, and each advancement will reward you with a choice of Sovereign, Karazat Hammer or 1000 crowns. So yeah, you will get 20 hammers if you already have 385 AP. Darkrists are reworked. They will now drop 100 crowns each, which is going to be 600 crowns for every 5 days, and the dungeons will now have a 500 crown reward for completing all 4 dungeons every week as well. 1 and 3 dungeons have been unified into just having the Elvia difficulty and removing the rest. With it, matchmaking was also removed. World bosses will now be capped to 2 bosses spawning per time slot, so to compensate this, bosses will have increased rewards and a higher chance of enhanced bosses as well. Land of the Morning Light world bosses will no longer be capped by the weekly reward, which is I think pretty good if you're still farming for your sovereign primordial crystals. Garmoth remains unchanged. Church, Villa and Tent buffs have all been changed into scroll form similar to house buffs. Additionally, Church buffs has been unified into 1 buff, and Villa AP and Villa XP buff have been unified into 1 buff as well. Continuous Care Fairy skill has been buffed across all levels, which is going to be 7, 10, 15, 20 and 30 slots respectively. Primordial Stones, the normal ones, now have a feature to directly exchange them for stacks up to 200. So if you already have all of your sovereigns, you can still go to the bosses, stack them up, and then get 200 stacks, which is going to cost 170 stones. The loot report feature from the global lab to Marni Realm as well. It will track your obtained loot alongside time spent, and the tracking is family wide and records time and history as well. Now let's switch to reworks. Alchemy Stones. They were extremely vague here, but basically everything from last ball stands, but you will be able to enhance your Shining Stones with Val and Khans to gain the displayed stats, as well as 3 AP for purple, 2 DP for yellow, and 25 mastery for green stone. Additionally, materials for enhancing high-level stones will be time-gated like Edania armors. Altar of Blood, new party content, 3 people party. Defending the relic will have 30 stages, but stages won't reset on that now. 300 AP required for first stage and 350 AP for stage 10, and you will get weekly rewards based on your highest cleared stage. The rewards will be Fail Sex and Origins of Dark Hunger. So let's quickly talk about the events and rewards. So Snowfall Crashers is coming back. We'll now have 3 different modes, all complete with separate ranking systems, replays and ghost modes. Modes are score, jump and speed, easier restarts, no more flares, possible cross-region events as well. Outfits show Wiser setting is now usable during combat. Spotlight, new outfit, looks like K-pop stars. Other special Crimson Desert pre-order bonus for BDO, Furniture House Armor for a Pegasus, P9 Pegasus and a pet as well. BOA in Europe, Taipei and Korea. Next idle ball will be in the US, and the new class was teased at the end, which is going to be Deadeye's brother. Rewards, you probably know both of the codes. I will leave them on the screen below. You will get 30k crowns, 250, 300, 350 and 400 stacks, 4 hammer boxes, 1 weapon exchange box, 20 J scrolls and additional 2 weeks reward calendars with outfits, more crowns, faint origins, etc. Now let's move on to the PvP improvements. Node War stuff. DP is said to be addressed, mainly about situations where someone can one combo you while you can't one combo them. DP deleting annexes or killing fun and guild streak, so they have ideas on how to fix it. Nothing specific was set. New node war regions that will replace existing regions. Ultica will replace Medaya. Edania will replace Kamasilvia. For occupation node war, the territory will split only happen with 6 or more guilds to avoid 1v1 situations. Additionally, last standing fort in occupation will be automatically converted to a, fort. For construction node war, a 10-minute survival for participation opportunity was lifted, and also construction node wars will last 2 hours, hopefully. We'll see. Quality of life, world map pings visible for the entire alliance now. Injury will now apply from capped HP. You can pick out which guild's elephant you use in Node Wars. CTG will be usable in desert areas as well. When placing traps, you will now see if the spot is valid or not. And chat notification will feature more messages like Watcha and FT kills, canon NX kills, alerts for NX building completions, etc. And kill streaks like in Guild League will be available as well. Resplendent medals will be reworked into better rewards like one-time equilibrium scroll or 350 stacks, and current medals won't work, meaning you will have to start from scratch. And also guild tactics will be removed, so it's the books for some magic, melee, DR, etc. End of Node War stats will be reworked into more than kill deaths, but nothing specified here. Now let's move to Siege and Conquest War. 4 territories will be available for Siege now with 2 rule sets. Valencia and Medaya castles will have a new rule set. Siege will end when castle owner dies. Castle owner will be able to place structures anywhere in the castle, and also more siege weapons, trolls, ogres, etc. Next ruler and rewards will be decided based on highest conquest score. Aside from normal participation rewards, there will also be an additional universal reward, and the universal reward will be distributed to the attacker and defender side based on how long the siege lasted. Longer siege will give defenders more rewards, shorter siege will give the attackers more rewards. Balanos and Serendia sieges will work on FFA rule set of current Balanos sieges, and siege winners for Uncapped will now get a 50% drop rate buff for all territories, while Balanos and Serendia will get a 20% drop rate. Also, in all territories, everyone is getting the best Node War buff as well. RBF, they switched it to general matchmaking, so you will no longer have to select like the instance or whatever, and they are introducing a new minimum participation requirements for rewards, and if that set works as intended, ranking and cumulative rewards for similar AoS will be added as well. Solare working on making climbing ranks easier at lower elo and harder at high elo. Weird. Every match will award you the same amount of points, but depending on ranking you will lose or gain more points for losing. MMR system for big points for replacements and win-lose streaks. Generally working towards spamming games being less viable strategy for high ranks. CC players will now have an indicator pointing to them, and voice chat will be on by default with mic turned off. So you will be able to hear the people regardless if you have it turned on or off, but your mic will stay closed unless you open it. War of the Roses, Upper Sanctum path removed. Monster DR from Spirit's Blessing is halved. Spirit's Altar will only spawn 45 minutes in instead of 15. Commander is protected until S1 N1 is taken. You can now substitute guild members with additional 3rd Legion members. 3rd Legion members will be displayed with guild and team chat will be only available from minute 15, and boosted rewards for winning guild and 3rd Legion, which is going to be like more Thunderbolt fragments and new medals as well. Let's move on to the new player support. We have All Via Academy. All Via Academy is working in classes, aka seasons. Classes will instantly start after the last one is finished. First class starts in KR 7th of January and ends in April. Academy will have various classes and on combat basics, grinding and life skills with various weeklies as well, and you'll be able to use free utensils and tools for life skills as well. Even after finishing, you will have weeklies and quests available, and you will get 6k crowns, 250 stacks, a force pen BS stone for Blackstar, and Blackstar hammers for PvE and PvP, course, and 1k crowns per life skill category along Geranoa, this blue gear, and 2 Floromos accessories. Academia outfit will be gifted to you as an enrollment gift as well. Season, Magnus is no longer a mandatory quest. Finally, you will get the rewards and features of it from just starting the main story. Naru gear has been removed and Twala gear is no longer season exclusive. Time-filled black stones are now fragments used for repair and exchange only, and Twala gear upgraded with normal black stones as well. Guild missions will no longer reset daily. Instead, there will be charges which you get 10 daily and can stack up to 30 in total. Guild bosses, mercs, and war heroes will no longer work for guild bosses, which means you will not be available to merc every day to get your free 1.2 billion within 20 minutes, which is complete bull. But anyway, Buturum is removed and it's going to be replaced with Orc and Mogilius for bosses, and all bosses are now instanced like Khan, so you won't get flagged or griefed during the bosses. Management and miscellaneous, you can change alliance settings without disbanding it, numbers and money. You can use guild funds to buy elephant and galley items or farm them the old way. Party finder in guild extended to have an alliance feature and UI looks better. Guild benefits is now a unified icon up to and will feature guild buffs as well, which will become family wide. Guild history reworked to have more things listed. They're like notebook wins, etc. And family fame funds will be increased in all categories to compensate for the 100 mil payout from guild, which is going to be some sort of big money. Life skills. Life skills have been reworked to work more independently, PvE and PvP content, and thus they will make more money. Imagine being equalized to fishing pretty much, so you will make more money while life skilling, and contribution points by products will be increased as well. Training, horse XP will now be stored so you can level it up when you want. Mount skill resets and level down tickets will be usable from anywhere. Removed XP gain variation based on mount level and increased training XP. New wild horses with quirks like leveling slower but selling for more. You can now store up to 5 horses in the Crocodile Sanctuary and it doesn't have to be a mythical, which is a W. Moving Sanctuary between characters will also store horses. Works only if you have the Celestial Horse Calling Horn. Treasure. There's a new treasure item that will teleport you to your residence from anywhere, and it will have PTs and they will be buyable from marketplace. That being said, it means it's not a treasure item, it's just an item that you can farm and buy from the marketplace. So stop fucking scamming and telling people that it's a treasure item. It's not. No item that you can buy from the marketplace, pearl shop, or anywhere is going to be treasure. Farming crops will now grow 20 hours but will yield 4 to 5 times the reward. Fertilizers will be removed for now as well. Oh, by the way, before we continue, subscribe and comment down below what you think and like the video if you enjoy this type of content. So let's continue. Barter items are lighter now, and new trade routes in Land of the Morning Light, Camasilia, and Edania with special T6 and T7 trade items available in major cities as well. Hunting, there will be 4 new hunting zones, and they will all be in Edania. They will drop Rusalka, Corals, and Kafras essences as well, and they will also drop 4 special statues that give 100 and hunting mastery buffs. Fishing, inland fishing will be buffed to be closer to Velia. You'll be able to sell only specific types of fishes at a trade merchant, and auto discard for manual fishing is added as well if you guys are, or if anybody is manual fishing. That's a W for you. Last but not least, general quality of life. There will be insta tag swap, which they talked about since months now, and hopefully we'll see that in the coming near future, but we'll see. Character swap without loading screens, think like Magnus insta TP, but to be honest, from the video that I saw, it takes like 1 or 2 seconds less, so it's like they removed the loading icon and it just feels faster, but it's actually not that fast. You can see all horses in the stable menu. That includes the taken out ones as well. There will be new hotkeys added for better map navigation, all-in-one alert system that will unify marketplace bosses and more, and adventure logs combined into one tab as well. So yeah, I don't know, like this ball, to be honest, was a 3 out of 10 for me. I don't think that they did good at all. I don't think they are listening too much. Sure, they gave us some group spots, which is cool. I think a lot of people will appreciate for Upper Gyfin and Miromog as well, if they have the gear for it, because I don't have it right now. I can only go to Miromog, but yeah, it's something. I mean, the new content with the defending the tower is also pretty nice. Up to 350 AP, which is going to be really cool for mid gamers as well, so that's a W from their side. New class is just a new class. There is nothing to really get hyped for. There is nothing new. It's just having 2 stances and it's an ascension class. Them removing these guild mercs is, I don't know, it wasn't necessary at all. I think a lot of people enjoyed doing that. I have a couple friends that only did that, and it was like a pretty good income for them because they just don't want to grind anymore. As I said, I don't do PvP that much, but I don't like these new siege changes that they did, to be honest. Node Wars, sure, the construction node wars will be 2 hours, which is fine. I think that's what a lot of people wanted as well. The RBF changes, okay, it's fine. The Solare, I don't know, why do you get faster to a rank and then it gets slower when you're higher? It just doesn't make sense. Just, I don't know what they can do with this. I'm out of ideas. I'm out of words for everything. War of the Roses, nobody cares about that. Olvia Academy, that's going to be nice for new players, I guess, if there will be others participating as well, or if there will be even any new players at this point. I'm sure there will be, but not that many. The biggest W would be the Magnus, that is no longer requiring these long ass quest lines, which was a real pain. Guild bosses, we mentioned that. Life skills, like, sure, they reworked it. I think life skillers will make more money now, but telling that life skilling will get a new treasure item, although selling it in the marketplace will be possible, is complete bullshit. It's not treasure. Training, I guess it's fine. I don't know if you can abuse it to just like your fastest horse, like Blue said as well on his stream, and just stack up XP and just power level every single horse that you can just capture or whatever. But I think that's not going to be possible. If they are smart about it, they will probably not make that available for horses that are over 30 level. So I think any horse that is over 30 will not store it. We'll see about that. Farming, I don't know how many people care about that, but it's fine. Bartering, I think it's still capped to parlay, which doesn't make much of a difference anyway if the items are lighter or there will be new routes or new items. I think it will just make more money, a little bit more money than the usual ones, so that's fine. For new hunting zones in Edania, that's a cool change, I guess. Fishing, they said they are not gonna touch fishing, but they buffed it again for no apparent reason. The general QL, I don't know, like this ball was a complete disaster in my opinion, and I don't even know why they named it Seraphim. Like, Savior was already really cool, everybody wanted Savior, but of course they have to decide what we're going to do and what we're going to call things, classes and anything, so yeah, whatever. A lot of high AP content. I wish that these zones would just scale with your AP. Like, it really, like the Star's End and Sycria, I really loved Star's End back in the day. Like, I loved grinding Star's End, and them making it a 395 AP spot really hurt, to be honest. I mean, it wasn't necessary. It could have scaled. You could give us like an item that's like similar to a Dehkia item, and the mobs, if you activate it, the mobs will spawn based on your AP, so people can participate from up to 350 up to 395 with increased rewards and drop rates and blah blah blah, but yeah, whatever. So I don't know. And then they will also make us log in for 21 days to get some more login rewards. I don't even know when it's gonna come out, but I just logged in right now to just check on, like, to have it on the background basically while I was going through. Yeah, nothing really changed. I don't know if there will be an increase in player numbers. I've heard a lot of people not say good things about this, and I lost hope. I think I'll just, I don't know, maybe log in for those 21 days and then just instantly log out again, because it doesn't even require me to stay for a certain amount of time, and then just log in when they give away free stuff, and that's pretty much it. So it's not worth it in my opinion anymore. I don't even know if it's possible to make content out of this. Maybe after a while I'll think otherwise, but right now nothing that they do, nothing that they give away is motivating me to do anything. So yeah, I'll just cut it right there. Thanks a lot for watching.